Hello, hello. How are y'all doing? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're at Reaper Miniatures, Reaper Virtual Con. Hope you all had a great weekend with lots of exciting things. I was watching on Friday, playing my games and taking it easy and listening to all the Reaper sculptors talk shop. That's always interesting for me. So, get some coffee. Good evening. Oh, it's hot. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Cnotbusch. I am a full-time streamer sculptor. I've been here on Twitch for a very long time, since 2011. So I've been doing this full-time for about 8 years, and this is what I do. I make custom collectibles or one-of-a-kind pieces, and yeah, I sculpt everything traditionally by hand, and we do everything all the way from the beginning, planning, building the sculpture, finishing the sculpture, doing the paint job, creating the bases. It's just it's a start to finish production. So I guess we'll get started. I'll show you some of the things I got going on here. There we go. Hold on. Yeah, and yeah, I have a unique camera setup here. This is called the Shirt Cam 9000. It's essentially just a harmonica holder that holds our camera and then gives you guys a first-person point of view. So, hold on 1 second. Let me get this chat where I want it. Alright, here we go. This is my pup, Miss Sadie. She's you guys can't really see her. She's a full-time streamer as well. She has been her whole life. She's my when I need to move around a lot to switch to hang out with her for a bit. All right, let's see here. Let's get the camera focused. There we go. So I have most of my work is commissioned, and I kind of break up my week into each day I work on a different piece. So this is our current Thursday project, so you guys can tune in and see progress on this on Thursday. But this is actually an original character. I was commissioned to make a Cnotbusch original monster. So this guy is he kind of has a backstory. His the idea is he was a giant in his former life, and he was slain or killed, and this evil wizard captured or acquired his body and turned him into this kind of like flesh golem construct to do his bidding. So yeah, so he's kind of like what he does is he guards the entrance, the bottom entrance to the wizard's lair, and that's one of his jobs. His other job is he constructs siege equipment that the evil wizard takes and sells to all the neighboring kingdoms. So we haven't sculpted this arm yet, you can see, but this arm will be like fully kind of like not mechanical, but kind of like the Da Vinci style mechanical, where it's, a lot of wood and cogs and ropes. And I was thinking about on this arm under the forearm, he's gonna have like a bunch of little like normal size human arms, like kind of like his detail fingers, but the fingers will be other zombie arms. So, and this piece will light up. It'll have a light here in the chest, kind of like think Iron Man style, but green color in the face. And then actually the spine piece comes out here. We'll hollow this out, and there's going to be LED lights with side lit fiber optic, so the whole like spine section will glow in between all the little spines, little spine segments. And so the material I work with is polymer clay, but it's a new type of polymer clay. It's called Cos clay, which I actually have to go grab some of it. But what makes this stuff so unique, or what makes it nice and special, is it actually, let me show you, I'll show this guy too. After it's been baked, it's flexible, so you don't have to worry about parts breaking. It's like a rubber finish instead of like a hard material. So this is painted here with Reaper Miniatures paints. I actually use their paint as my main paint, my main go-to paint for all my characters. So pretty much as soon as I discovered their paints, and then they sent me some. I asked for 2 colors and they sent me a lot more than that, so it became my main paint pretty quickly. So I think, oh, this can be zoomed in more. There we go. There we go. This is a gibbering mouther. So on Wednesday, if you tune in on Wednesdays, I've been working on kind of a challenge where I'm trying to sculpt a project revolving around every monster found in the D&D monster manual. So we're going to work through the whole, probably going to take 10 years, but we're going to work through the whole 200 or 300 monsters and make my own unique, interpretation of each monster, create a project based around each monster. So let's go here. Let me go grab some clay, because after I get done showing you guys some stuff, we're gonna sculpt a original wall hanger, which I'll show you what that is. And it's gonna be, I'll finish it. Probably won't finish it tonight, but we can get it close. And then I'll finish it later, and whoever, we're gonna do a giveaway at the end of my segment here, and whoever is the winner, I will ship it to you, and it'll be unpainted, so you'll be able to paint it yourself. So, second. I just want to show you guys some of the stuff we got going on, and then we'll get to it. When you got your Reaper paints, you haven't used any other brand since? Yeah, I know, I agree. It's the consistency, and really what was impressive to me is the pigmentation. But before I used Reaper paints, I used just like artist acrylics, and it was always annoying to do like 20 layers of white or something just to get coverage. So pretty much as soon as we started using them. And I would have to say I really am a big fan of the way they've named the paints, which seems like not a big deal, but when you're looking for colors for a certain thing, and you're like, I'm painting a shield, and then you see color shield brown, you're like, oh, and that's actually the color I want. It's really really well done there. So all right, let's look at this guy. So let me get my lazy suit on. There we go. This is another D&D project. This is a chimera. So now this guy has a pretty unique backstory too. So after I read the description of what a chimera was, they're made by these demonic entities that were summoned into the material realm, and then they got bored. So they combined 3 animal aspects together to create those monsters known as the chimera. So the idea with this guy is he was the one that they messed up. They mixed the 3 together and ended up with this more of a civilized humanoid chimera instead of a monster, which is what they're trying to make. So he's an outcast, the only one of his kind, kind of roaming around the wilderness, not really fitting in with people or monsters. So this will be a cool piece. So, and we got a couple little accessories here I've been making for them. These are just some bags that will hang from the back here once they're all done. Got a little canteen there. So this will be fun to paint. This is pretty close to, it's pretty much done sculpting wise. I just need to bake it. And one of the cool things with working with this clay is you can do sections and then bake it, and it's like hitting the save as button, and then you can just keep adding more onto it. You can continue to add and bake it many times. So, and you just need your kitchen oven, your at-home kitchen oven, to do that. It's pretty awesome stuff. Cos clay, which is the material I work with now, is like a big game changer for doing this kind of work, because now I don't have to worry about shipping things, and I can really let my design dictate everything without having to make it. You know, before I couldn't make like this pipe right here or these little pieces of string coming off, you know, because that stuff would just break. So, or like his hair right here, little curly hair, or the beard. See, but like this stuff is like super flexible. You know, this has a wire armature in it, so it would flex more if it didn't. But yeah, it's his staff. That'll remain detachable. Let's get a little bag full of mushrooms there. A little morel mushroom, if any mushroom hunters out there. Tasty morels. All right, let's put that back and show you a couple more, and then we got to get to work. Can go for there. This is what a wall hanger looks like. This is a behold the beholder. It's a sculpture, but it's flat on the back, so we can actually hang it up at the wall. And I'll send whoever the winner is the finished wooden backer and the Cnot logo. So it'll just be the same, pretty much same as this, just unpainted. Same kind of idea. And we're just gonna wing it. I have no idea what we're gonna make. That's usually how I do stuff like that. Just kind of let the clay shapes tell me what to do. All right. Oh yeah, I need to get clay. Hold on. We need to get to work. Show you how it's done. All right. Well, just one more. Let me show you this one. So I'm currently working on my biggest single character. I've done bigger projects, but they were like multi-character scenes. This is my biggest single character I've ever made. Right. Upgrade our Lazy Susan. Now this is part of a 2-character piece, but it's a undead dragon from World of Warcraft. It's the Death Knight class mount. Thought I was going to resist. Nah, I gotta show this one. This is our our current Monday piece. So we've been working on the wings here, so let's do this. There we go. Let's turn the face cam off real quick. Oops. Oh yeah, I should have that on anyways. There we go. So you can see we've started working on the wings. That's been baked. Yeah, I think this has been baked. So I started by doing this segment, and then we baked the wing. These come off. They're pretty tightly attached, but they come off. And we did this section first, baked it, then we did this section, and then we'll just kind of work our way around from there. See all those details. And there's a bunch of accessories that go with this that just aren't attached right now, like this thing right here. pile of skulls. Now this will light up. You can see how it glows right there. There's a translucent material in there. This whole dragon will light up in the end. There we go. Put that there. And this can go back. A lot of work, man. This is like what are we at? 47 days of work, but that's including, there's a whole second character that goes with this. That's including the second character. I have to move the microphone a little bit there. Too big for my desk. I have to, projects keep getting bigger, so I'm gonna have to upgrade our workspace. All right, let's go back to here. All right, that's enough show and tell. I have so much stuff in this shop that we could spend the whole 3 hours doing just that, but we're not going to. We're gonna make some stuff too. So. Fresh box of clay. Tin foil. So I do tutorial stream every month. We've been working through a start to finish character every last Sunday of every month. I do a special Sunday tutorial stream where I'm being very, because during the week I'm not super I'm not telling everything that's in my mind while I'm working, you know. I'm just kind of trying to get work done. I still hang out and answer questions, but it's just a little bit more casual. On those days I get really into the actual teaching side of things, if you guys ever want to tune in for that. Someone hold my beer. Yeah, 21 to 23 days for that dragon. Yep, that's right. Thanks for all the kind words, folks. Appreciate it. Okay. 9 any. Green. Oh, we don't need this. Yeah, we went on a nice long adventure today, so the doggos are ready to relax. Let me pull up some reference. No. Hey. Nope. Lady. Stop it. She always has the last boof. Now she's awake. She's being really lazy. I'm sure everyone's really intimidated by you laying there barking. Let's do... Give us some good ideas there. Okay. Yeah, it's right. Alright, put this back on. Alright, so this is cosplay right here. It's a new material that actually just recently came out. So I was a beta tester of the clay, and yeah, I've been kind of, you know, a little bit of a partnership with them since the beginning. I had to get my hands on this stuff at the beginning. As soon as I heard about it, I was like, oh man, I need some of that. Yeah, this is a 1 pound. This is about 15 or 16 bucks for this. But it's quite a bit of material. There we go. Hey, giveaway is open. Oh, you gotta type hashtag RVE in chat for a chance to win. Hashtag RVE in all caps. Probably not case sensitive, but you never know. I don't know how that MooBot operates. Okay. So, first step when sculpting something you have no idea what you're sculpting is to break things down into a basic shape. Let me get some eyeballs here. Get a little coffin of eyeballs. There we go. So first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna create a random shape in the aluminum foil here. And then we're just gonna see what we can see. The clay will speak to us, it'll tell us what it wants to be. We just gotta start with a random shape. So I'm gonna mute because this part can get pretty loud. For some reason microphones pick up foil like crazy, so. All right. Reaper needs more gnome minis. I'm not a gnome. Let's see here. Get some clay goo. This is a I am foil man for now. This is a it's called Bacon Bond. It's made by Sculpting. It's like a liquid version of the polymer clay. I use this anytime I'm attaching new clay to something that's like hardened, like either hardened to clay or a wooden base or foil. So let's get some of this workable here. We need to knead it. We need to knead it. Just kind of get it That's a Cyclops head. It didn't happen. I was seeing a little bit of some sort of an ogre or something, so already, but we'll see. I'm telling you, man. Every time I do a monthly giveaway like this, and it always ends up being something completely random. Last month was a guy getting punched in the face with a boxing glove. So. But yeah, we do a monthly giveaway just like this. All you guys gotta do is tune into the channel. The second Friday of every month we do it. We call it the Day of Riggery. And you tune in, you type in our keyword, which usually is rigged, and then that's the keyword. And yeah, 10 a.m. Central Time is when we do the drawing. So. Chicken woman duck thing. Hey, Bell Jedi the Blue. That's right. That's their the calling card for the Day of Riggery there. We'll probably need a little bit more there. You saw the boxing guy? Yeah, you can see them on my my Instagram. You can see them all. It's always so much fun to do stuff like this. It's like, for me, it's like the equivalent of sketching. So we're gonna start with a flat piece here. I could bust out the pasta machine, but yeah, maybe we will. All right. So we're gonna put down some clay glue here. This board is just for us to sculpt on. We'll be removing the piece from the board once all is finished. All right, I'm gonna spread it out with a brush. You can sometimes get away with not using glue, but I always use it because it's very annoying when you're like in the middle of a sculpture and the project starts removing itself from the base. All right, let's actually grab that pasta machine. Where's it at? Pastaccini time. Useful tool in the polymer clay sculpting world. This is actually a pretty fancy Italian pasta machine. The Atlas 150. I actually had this. I've had this for a long time. Mr. Sir Jinx bought it for me. I was fixing my $30 pasta machine live on stream, and he decided he couldn't watch the Torment anymore, so he bought me this fancier pasta machine. They definitely are built to last. You pay a little bit extra for them. Ravioli coming right up. Alright. Just gonna slap that on the bottom there. Get it nice and attached. Let's roll the rest of this out here. There we go. That's good enough. Don't need that no more. All right. Just gonna push this down right in there. Cover this with clay glue. It's actually create a little bit more space for us to create that place for the eyes. All right, fold it around. Oop. This first layer is we're just trying to get everything covered with clay. Just kind of get things going. And then we really start the sculpting process. It's a little bit looser. Make sure it's all stuck down and not going anywhere. Oh, whoops. Old habits die hard, sorry. Wrong scene. I'm not used to new things. What is the history of Cnot and Twitch? Well, I started streaming on Twitch, like I said, a long time ago. It was back when Twitch was just gaming. And I wanted to start streaming. At the time, I had a job, a non-sculpting job, just a normal job, but I was sculpting already then, and it was kind of like a source of side income for me. It was just like a hobby that made some extra cash. Well, I heard about Twitch, and I really wanted to be a game streamer, but by the time I got home from work and got my sculpting work done for the day, I just had no more energy left, and I just never got around. I bought a computer to stream, and I never got around to actually starting. So then one day the idea popped into my mind to why not try streaming my sculpting for the day. 1,000 years ago, that's right. And so then I was like, okay, I'm not sure anybody would want to watch that, but let's give it a try. So In order to make it kind of fit within the TOS, I had to sculpt gaming characters, because back then everything had to be gaming related content. That was the rule. So by doing game characters, I was kind of like, you know, playing by the rules, riding that line. And yeah, so then I started streaming on Twitch under whatever game I was sculpting from. I was already doing mostly game characters for my commission work. I started off doing StarCraft 2 stuff. Yeah, I'm the very first non-gaming partner on Twitch. So anyway, so I started streaming, and it started picking up really fast at the beginning, because it was just something really unique. People see, tons of gamers on Twitch, and then they see this guy sculpting, and they're like, oh, this is just really interesting. And they came in and would check out my stream, and yeah, people would come in and say reported for non-gaming content. Yeah, doesn't happen anymore, but I was doing really well, and so I decided to apply for partnership. I was averaging like 600 plus viewers back then, and Twitch actually declined my application for partnership. And it was like the morning I read the email, and then I started streaming, and that same day, the Twitch staff came into my channel and were like, whoa, this is actually really cool. Because they probably declined my application just based off of the numbers. They didn't actually go see the channel, and something made them come in and actually check out. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Hazunku. And so they ended up saying, hey, forget that email we sent this morning, your partner. And they partnered me right on the spot. So okay, I need a pencil so we can, I like to plan out the eye pupil, where is the direction of the pupil, like early, helps you kind of make sculpting decisions. But I need a pencil. Hold on. Yeah, so then I got partnered. That was about 8 years ago, and been sculpting on Twitch ever since. So shortly after I got partnered, I was able to quit my day job, which I wasn't really walking away from much. It was just a retail job, so it was easy to say, yeah, sure, let's try. And all right, hold on. I saw another question. And it was, I think it was a couple years later when they actually started the creative section on Twitch. That was the first version. And then IRL came around, and then they split creative into a bunch of different sections. And oh, there we go. Okay, need a pencil. Need a number 2 pencil. Yeah, exactly. They made an exception for me because of the uniqueness of the content I was making, even though I didn't fit their numbers criteria. Awfully big mini. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Mr. Frightful? How you doing? You look... I'm invading. I'm taking over all the channels on Twitch. They will all the feeds will be Cnotbusch stream in the future. Just different names. Let's see here. Alright, got our pencil. Let's see here. Interesting shape. 1 second. The CNET network. think we do this something like this. The reason I do this early is it really helps us kind of make decisions later. It helps tell the story right away. And actually, when you sculpt eyelids, depending on which direction the eye is actually looking, the shape of the eyelid is different. All right. Can't compete. That's right. All will be one, and one will be all. A nice center line here. This is when things will start to develop pretty quick. We'll, I don't know why, I just kind of see that big old jaw there. Big old lower jaw. This is Cosplay's medium firm variety. I usually like softer clay. Their medium firm is actually pretty soft. So yeah, this stuff's really soft. I have a firmer clay too that I do certain types of details with, the firmer stuff. Let's flesh in cheekbones here. Looks like a dragon to you. You could do like nose there. I'm seeing this weird looking golem-y ogre face. Let's add some cheekbones. Derpy ogre, yeah. I like the eyebrows up type of look. You could just saw something tasty on the ground. Yep, we start with the bigger shapes and we narrow it down from there. So cheekbones, usually the bones you can see are the things you want to establish first, because everything else hangs off of the bones, right? So now we have to make a decision on the nose here. Let's see. This is how my process is. You just gotta add little chunks of clay and then decide if you like it or not. I don't know why, I'm always like drawn to a no nose type of creature. Let's just do like the nostrils, you know, like that kind of a thing. Give him a nice strong jaw. Temple. Red Skull holding his breath. What's got on? Are you am I sculpting Ed? A sculpture of Ed? We just add a beard and call it Reaper John, huh? This is how Reaper John looks on the inside. Now we're just gonna blend in our little lumps of clay here. Usually you add the clay, and then if you're happy with how the shapes look, then you blend it in. You don't want to blend it in early, because then, you know, you just go. If you end up wanting to take those shapes off, it's really easy before they're blended. So it's got the chin going on here. We'll do the eyelids probably next. Let's do this eye down a little bit. Get a little bit more character there. Up. And actually, if we can turn that a little bit. Process, that's right. This is the process. It always starts. You make decisions one step at a time. If you have like say when I'm working on a commission piece, I know kind of like what I'm going for. It's still a very similar process. Like, you just focus on the next step in front of you. Don't burden yourself down with the whole project, you know. If you can execute every step with all your attention, and doing it well, you can it'll all come together in the end, and everything will look good. Some people, they come in, they ask me like, oh, they'll talk about the painting phase when I'm still sculpting, and it's like I don't even think about the painting when I'm sculpting, really. A little bit, but not really. Something shiny on the ground, yeah. Who knows? Maybe he's watching some adventurers from up in a tree or something. I don't know. Alright, get those under the eye bag area there. Let's do the top eyelid. No doubloons here. That's right. No wizard feel for you today. This is my weekend. I get a break from all that craziness. Oh, imagining a little bit of scaliness on this guy. Like maybe we'll give him some like bigger scaled areas with a little bit of with skin, you know. Add a little bit of clay here. I always imagine it like a picture, you know, when if you've ever seen or developed what the heck is that? Something in my clay that doesn't look good. What is that? Get out of here. It starts off blurry, you know, really blurry, and then gets clearer and clearer as you agitate the photo and it develops. Put the little nostril back in there. Kind of figure out where those wrinkles go. Like a Polaroid, that's right. Yeah, I guess maybe it's the nose that makes me want to go more of like reptilian with this guy. Bring the eyebrow down more. A little bit of meat. A little bit more meat there. Let's flesh out this other eye. Yuji, this is the trick for doing the other side, because we do this side, right side's always easiest if you're right-handed, because all your tool strokes go this way from the inside to the outside, right? Well, now, like, you know, this is different, completely different motion, you know, and it's just awkward. So you can either learn to be ambidextrous and use your other hand, or you just flip it upside down. And now we get the same motion, just instead of downwards, upwards, you know. And it actually, it technically helps you with your symmetry too, because for some reason when your mind is looking at something when you're looking at something upside down, you can see those inconsistencies easier. Now we're not trying to make something super perfectly symmetrical here, but there's a certain level you have to get it to, so it's pretty close, you know. What I've done already would be, yeah, speed just comes with lots of experience. It did not always work fast. Definitely not. And honestly, it's this part's the fast part. It's the texturing and the details. That's the part that takes the time. Let's add a little bit onto his upper lip area. Want that to be out a little bit more. Little mustache. It's because I'm a wizard. Yeah, a Harry wizard. Hey, how you doing, Eldritch? Yeah. Well, see, I use, you know, they always say looking at something through a mirror or taking a photo of it helps you see what you need to work on as an artist. But me being a streamer, I use the camera. It's like, gives you another perspective. It's like looking at your work through another set of eyes, really. Looks great already. We're getting there, yeah. Let's figure out some of the mouth area, I think. Get that little crow's feet. Again, I'm still keeping it pretty loose. We want to develop all areas on the same level, you know? You don't want to go full detail on like one eye and then not develop the rest of the face. Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, and from a camera too, they're like, camera sees shadows differently and color differently. So, are we going for a fantasy race or pure original? What do you mean? I'm not going for anything specific at all. No, just we're letting it become what it was born to be. The old ball of tinfoil. Give him a little bit more cheeky of a smile. I feel like maybe a tooth or something coming out of that big lower jaw. Just roll the lips out. Let's get a metal tool here. Ah, that's the one I'm looking for right there. Ooh, nice and deep. Could bring this out and then do that tooth. Let's see. Yeah, he's an ogre painter. He really is Reaper John. It's Bane. Yeah. Sharp tooth, or maybe a flat tooth. Maybe an herbivore tooth. It could maybe do the tongue. I don't know. Let's see how it looks. Hold on. Let's see here, chat. A little bit bigger piece. Nice corn cob pipe. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do the tongue. Let's do a little bit less. Okay. All right. Let's roll with it. And then we're going to take this and we're just going to bring the jaw up. There we go. Gotta be drastic sometimes. Got a nice little tongue texture on there. I actually have a custom texture stamp I made for that. I'll find it later. Wait till we actually adding the texture. Gonna add a little bit of meat onto his lower lip there. I'm sticking my tongue out for some reason. Ah, yes. Yes. You've fallen under my spell. I have enslaved your mind with the power of clay. And I'm imagining, let's see here. Got the jaw. Let's get a little bit more jaw muscle here. Just, I don't know why, just really broad jaw. This guy. Probably. Let's make this eye more closed on the other side there. That's right. This is how you guys look when you're painting. Exactly. Gotta get those little details in there. Don't mess up. More down. Okay. Let's do the chin here. Reestablish the chin here. Roll out that lower lip. Told you. You're now under a trance. You've actually been here for 15 years. Reaper Con ended 15 years ago. You've been stuck here. Alternate reality. Time moves faster here. Like a Venus flytrap. Baited you in with the sweet sculpting nectar. Now you're trapped in between acidic plant petals slowly being digested. I'll take it. Speaking of which, here, check this out. This is another D&D monster I did. You guys will probably like the colors on this one. It's a myconid, or my myconid. I call it the emerging myconid. He's coming out of the ground like a mushroom does. And yeah, I wanna paint it with Reaper paints. Still not finished yet. Still need a lot more work, but I want to get some fluorescent colors, stuff that glows under blacklight, and make like a different like theme that you can only see under blacklight. I think that'd be pretty cool. The emerging myconid. To our fella here. I think I'll have a little bit of a nose wrinkle going on here. I have to add some mass. Yeah, that one I really pushed the detail level. I really wanted to, I mean, I do that on most of my work, but that one I really pushed it. A little bit more nose meat there. Flare out the nostril. Got these weird little nostrils. That's right. There's no conversion necessary, actually. Just use it as is. Stick a webcam there instead of a harmonica when you're in business. Now, I will warn you, this has taken many years to get used to wearing this thing. because it is very invasive to your personal space. And you got to be very still, otherwise you're going to send your viewers for a nice motion sickness trip. Why am I sculpting your late grandma? Because she's a nice lady that deserves to be sculpted, that's why. I had to make some decisions on ears and all that stuff. We can keep refining what we have, but let's try and figure out what else is going on here on this character before we continue refining. Actually, let me do the jaw a little bit here on this side. I have to make we got ears, accessories, hair, eyebrows. We gotta make a lot of decisions. Give him a little butt chin. Or it, I should say. I don't even know. I'm not even gonna try. I'm gonna say Chris. There we go. Yeah, you have to be very still. But to be honest, I'm pretty still when I sculpt because, you know, don't want to make any mistakes, right? I've also been wearing a camera on my chest for the last 8 years. Kind of trained up for the job. Had those little lip wrinkles coming out there. That's right. I sure am. I'm on a long quest. It'll probably take forever. So the D&D monsters that I make are not commission pieces, so I'll actually be selling those once they're finished. I'm gonna make them in batches of like 5 or 6 and then sell them off. Our first batch will be going up for grabs once once that guy's done. He's gonna be kind of the big one. All right, what are we doing here? I kind of want to give him like the old man, give him like crazy old man hair on the side, kind of like, I don't know, you know, like a little bit of that clown looking side hair, bald on the top. This could also be ears. But I kind of want him maybe a little bit of a crazy guy, you know? Let's see. Makes it look like ears. Alright, well, the clay has spoken. Let's do, don't know. Let's go back to hair. Yeah, I was trying to see if we wanted to do ears. I don't think so. Just crazy painter hair. Well, this will be our crazy old miniature painter extraordinaire, working on his latest and greatest masterpiece. Let's do a little bit of eyebrows. Yeah, I do something like this once a month, yeah, where I just kind of let the clay speak and become what it wants to become. I usually come up with a nice little original character once a month. And just like that, it's hair. The idea of hair, of course, will detail it, but yeah, you know, usually when I do something of miniature scale, it's like a side or an accessory to a larger sculpt. For example, our gibbering mouther here has that tiny little sculpted little mouse there. So there we go. So it's usually stuff like that. I don't do like standalone type miniatures. Lunch, that's right. Gibbering mouther doesn't care. It'll eat anything. Yes, I'm still listening. Okay. I think that looks good. Just got this crazy old man hair. Let's trim it up a little bit. Blend in those big jaw muscles. For now, yeah. We'll add more. We just want the general shape. Reads like little fins right now, huh? There we go. Should help. we'll get in there and detail those later. We'll probably actually add them differently because, like, something like this. How long am I streaming here tonight? I think we're on for 3 hours. I think. Until they tell me to stop, I guess. Alright, Cnotbusch, get that out of here. Get out of here, you bum. It's enough of you. Yeah, we've been live. I've been live for hour and 24 minutes, but I don't think we've been live here on the. That's just how long my OBS has been open. I don't think that's. Under 2 hours remaining. Oh boy, let's go faster. So what I did there is I just pushed it up against this piece of wood and made it really, really thin. And then I usually like taking this and I go, like something like this. Just gonna create these nice little thin wispy hairs. And we peel it off like a sticker. Nice and easy. There we are. Remove the super thin parts. We'll just take our character here. Let's remove this. Just to show you guys, we probably will, I usually wait to do that stuff till after we get the skin looking really good. So let's just paste it on there. I'll cut off the excess. It does not dry out. You can work with it as long as you want. You leave this out for like 2 months and still work on it. To get it to harden, you actually have to bake it. You have to cook it in your kitchen oven. You have to heat it up, and then it'll cure. It does. I mean, technically does dry out if you leave it out too long. You know, like 6 months, 6+ months. But you know, at that point, that project's probably pretty abandoned. Get on it. How's the clay taste? It doesn't really have a taste to it. A friend told me that. I don't know. I've never actually tried it. Dice guy with the one RIP biddy. Nice. Six years ago. Yeah, come and hang out in my stream. I'll push you to get those abandoned projects done. Poor, neglected, abandoned projects. Yeah, we'll probably mess around with the eyebrows some more. I'm not completely sold on those yet. We can figure that out once we get. Let's just take this off for now. It's hard to work around though. Once you do stuff like that, then you got to work around it. So Let's take them off for now. And we can finish the skin, textures, and all that stuff. Now we're gonna add a little bit of meat on this outside part of the eye here. I think you should have what has been your favorite project recently? Well, I actually am really happy with my lineup. So right now, I got a lot of cool stuff going on. You know, medieval fantasy is definitely my favorite genre, if you will, and I got a lot of medieval fantasy work right now. Give him a little tied up beard, maybe. We do a bald head or a hat. Let's give him a leather hat, like just a real funky looking, goofy hat, like some sort of like wandering sage or something. I need some. Should we do some foil? Yeah, let's do a little bit of foil. How much clay does one sculpt involve? Well, you can see this was a 1 pound block that we started with here, and we've only used probably about a quarter of it for this piece. If you use your foil correctly for filler, then you can do a lot of sculpting with a little bit of clay. A fez, yeah, something like that. Let's see here. Go there. Where did I put that foil? I'm gonna mute here. All right. Yeah, she listened to her dad. Very wise words of never work for free. So she only moves if she gets paid. A beautiful hat, sir. Let's start before we put that hat on though, let's texture and detail all this stuff here. So let's get it done here. I'm gonna start adding in our line work and start really cleaning things up. I'll show you guys kind of the steps involved there. A star on the hat? Sure, we could do that. Play around with that idea. No, this is actually, so you guys don't see it in the movie, but at the end of, you know, when Darth Vader passes away in the Death Star, and then everybody's running out of the Death Star because it's gonna blow up, I kind of sneak in right at the end there, and I just reach and grab his little breathing apparatus and ripped it out of his suit, and then made it to one of the escape pods in time. That's when I became a streamer. This is the original Darth Vader breathing apparatus. Let's switch to ball tip tools here. Ball styluses. Sip of coffee. All right. Give you guys a sample. So when you guys, if you guys end up tuning into my channel, we actually our channel points are called Cnotbusch, and you can do all kinds of stuff, like buy the doggos a nice snack with them. We'll give you guys a freebie. Reminds me of a fortune teller. Yeah, me too. One of those wandering, crazy mystics or something like that. Exactly. Now we're just building up our line work now, our texture and our details. Working around the character, focusing mostly on the skin parts. DOS air dry clay, yeah. If you've never worked with polymer clay before and you're interested in sculpting, that's definitely the way to go. All right, we'll grab some of the premium stuff here. This is some of the Fisherman's Harvest. It's a dried out sardine. This is you guys' one freebie for the night. Get a little fishy out of there. One fishy. Two tasty fishies. A fishy for the fishy. Oh, hi. Nine. 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 Good puppies. Yeah, let's take this off, huh? There we go. That's better. Oh, puppy. Everybody just relax. There we go. More comfy. More comfy, huh? Geh mal ab, den Platz. Geh mal ab. Sadie is a black lab, 100% lab, and the other one is a mini pincher, 100% min pin. All right. Yeah, I usually don't like leaving their collars and stuff on in the house. Usually that's a when we're outside of the house thing. Oh, did it again. Wrong one. Pro streamer. If you guys came in late and you didn't catch it, this piece is actually going to be given away to one of you lucky people in the chat room. You have to type in hashtag something something. Hashtag somebody help me out here. There we go. Hashtag RVE. And that's it. That's all you gotta do. And this will be finished. We're not gonna or we won't finish it here on the stream. We'll get it pretty far, but I will maximize my detail on this, bake it, finish it, give it a nice wooden backer to go with it, and then it will be sent to you unpainted, and then you can paint it and yeah, and enjoy. People wouldn't get the joke, Colleen, and they would actually think it's rigged. Probably. I mean, what joke? Maybe it is rigged. If you don't win, you're totally allowed to believe it was 100% rigged. But if you win, then it is 100% not rigged. That's the rules. So when we end up picking our winner, you guys can spam rigged. Unless you're the winner. Then you know. Then you know it wasn't. So rigged. I guys, adding some interesting smaller shapes to that jaw. A little bit of anatomy going on there. Get some texturing on this lip. Uh-oh. Tiny dog outside. Oh, it's okay. No, no. No, no, no. No. It's okay. It's okay. Everything's fine. No, 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 no. The restraining boofs. I'll just mute. I'll probably just mute till they're done, maybe. Hey. Sadie. Hey. I know, they're out there. Little gremlins running around the neighborhood. Nine any. My little brown dog is she only understands German. She came here from Germany. My wife is also from Germany. It's a fun story to tell about myself. Actually, me and my Twitch is such a big part of my life that not only did I make my art career here, but I also met my wife in my channel. She used to be just a viewer, a lurker. From a lurker to my wife, and we did long distance for about two years, and we closed the gap, got married, and now we have a baby. Got a 10-month-old daughter. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Look, alright. Streaming has become so autopilot that, just got these hard tendencies to break. How many doubloons did she spend to marry me? All of them. All the doubloons. Yeah, it was a one-time redemption we had on the channel. 100 million doubloons. All right, we're getting there, ladies and gentlemen. We're just putting in our lines, and then we're gonna go over with a paintbrush and alcohol and kind of blend everything in. Bring it all together. Next generation, the next Cnotbusch is I'm working on it. Working on my replacement. I am, yeah, 100% self-taught. Learned by doing, and doing it a lot. those anatomy there. Good, I'm glad you like them. Now once we get the skin done, we'll flesh in the hat and we can work on the ears, or not the ears, the hair, sorry. How are we looking on time? Asking for a friend.
We're looking good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, about an hour and 20 minutes or so.
Lenny. Plenty of time. I was going to do the Reaper logo, and we were going to give that away. The thing is whenever you do something that has likeness, it takes a lot longer. There's a lot more changing and refining to try to make it look like what it's supposed to. Whereas a sculpture like this, it's not supposed to look like anything, so we can just roll with it. Usually means you can get stuff done faster. And it's just more fun. Never know what we're gonna get here. I have a lot of questioning friends. Crumpled up leftover containers of the ball of tinfoil. Go with the flow, that's right. I actually came up with another idea here. I think I want to add some, like, bringing in that lizardy element with some little, I don't know, like spikes coming off of his chin there. Get progressively bigger. Looks like he smelled like a good cheese. Smell like a good cheese. Let's do a smaller one here. Oh, this one. This will be our middle guy here. Now, when I work on larger pieces, I do a lot of phasing, where I work on just a certain section or a part of the piece, and then I bake it, and then I continue adding. And that just kind of like makes working a lot easier. With these wall hangers, I usually can get away with just doing it all in one phase, but it's always easier to do it that way. So, like, for example, for this one, we could just have done the face, right? Just the skin part and these spikes and stuff. Then we could bake it, lock it in, then add the hat and the hair and sculpt around that. But we're gonna just gonna keep pushing forward here for the sake of the show. it's manageable. So. So, okay, so once it's done, once we bake it and cook it in the oven, there's a time when it's still hot on here, and all you gotta do is take like something like this and just run it along the backside. It comes off real easy. So if you wait until it cools down, then it's gonna be a pain in the butt getting it off. But what you can do is if you something happens and it cools down, you can just toss it back in the oven, heat it back up, and then get it off real easy. So. Let's see here, let's get these to go in. Can we name him Justin, asking for a friend? How about this? Whoever wins it can name it. I'm so bad with naming my work. Sculpture number 572. That will be his name. The skills used in the same as creating miniatures, just everything at a smaller scale. I've tried working in miniature before, and the big thing I notice is yeah, the tools and the techniques you use to make texture and to make shape are very different. It's a lot more tight, a lot more tedious to work in that miniature size. But ultimately it's less surface area to deal with. So yeah, it's just, it kind of is its own little kind of realm when you start getting into miniature sizes. The big thing I notice is it's tools. You know, a lot of the tools I normally use, you just are completely unusable because they're just too big. When you get down to those small scales. There's this guy on Twitch. His name's Sculpt2Live. Sculpt2Live is his name. He's from California, and he's a professional miniature sculptor using green stuff, and he streams. He's fairly new to streaming. I don't know if he. I'm pretty sure he's still doing it. But it's interesting to see the difference in the way that he works. Now, of course, that's using green stuff, which you're dealing with a cure time. But if I was to sculpt miniatures, I'd probably use I actually have a polymer clay called Bees Putty. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's specifically designed for doing really small stuff. Made by this guy named Stefan over in Germany. And it's really, really hard, really kind of like waxy, but it is polymer clay. And just gotta kind of work really slow, really tight. I was listening on, I think it was the Friday show where they had all the sculptors for Reaper on here, talking in the shop and stuff, and someone mentioned about how he in his free time likes to sculpt hands because, you know, in the miniature world you don't really sculpt hands, you just make, you know, like you can't make them like as in-depth and detailed as how a hand actually is. It's too tiny. It's too tiny. So mittens, yeah, mittens with finger lines, you know. Because they could sculpt them and make actual hands with fingers, but then, you know, you got a problem with production, and also it would be super fragile, you know. So always had to compromise design there for making sure it doesn't break. Function over form. No point in making something look cool if it's just gonna break in the mail or something, you know. Just adding kind of a little texture into these horns. We'll go into more detail on that, but that kind of gets the ball rolling at least. Alright, let's see here. Under the chin area. Kind of bring it out like that since we're already heading down that lizardy path. Hey, what's up, zombies? How you doing? Oh yeah, I don't even notice I do that. Yeah, so I leave a lump of clay here because it'll stick to your tools, especially when you're scraping and scratching, you know, so you just kind of cleans it up. Because it'll stick to the clay more than it will to your tools, so it's just kind of just a quick way to kind of deal with that. The softer clay is, the more sticky it can be. Oh, let's find that tongue texture stamp. Let's see if we can make use of that. Got it around here somewhere. Let's see, I think it's in here. Ah, yeah. So this is something you could do. You can make your own texture stamps. I made this for a tongue of something a while ago, but yeah, that's right. Might be a little bit too big, but I think I made Audrey 2. That's what I made this for. It's also a nice scale, could be a scale texture too. This is a technique I need to make use of more, making custom texture stamps and stuff. Let's see. we'll go ahead and roll with it. And of course, we couldn't get it into hard to reach areas, so we'll have to tool it in those areas. Oh. How old's your son? Happy birthday. My kid, my little monster's about to turn 1 here in April. 1 year old. Can't believe it, man. Flew by fast. Me and my wife are very introverted. I'm sure my family's gonna want to have a big old crazy party, but I think we're gonna veto that. Like, nah, it's okay. We're definitely the weirdos. Zoom party. Five. 1 already, yeah. She's a 1-year-old, or she's a 10-month-old baby wearing 3T clothes. Which, if you're not familiar with baby clothes, it's 3T is like 3 levels past 24 months clothes. So it's like level 3 toddler clothing. I can't believe it. Giant baby, man. And she's skipping. Of course, she's skipping the walking or the crawling step and going straight to the walking step. It's like, dang, slow down, kid. Got a lot of life to live there. Oh, nice, nice, chief. Do you feed that baby? You know, she showed an interest in just steaks, you know, at 3 months. So we just started feeding her full steaks. T-bone steak. Sometimes she'll eat a whole chicken, you know. We actually did start early on food, you know. We thought it was best to kind of just, instead of just listening to what everyone else does, just kind of, your baby kind of tells you when they're ready for the next stages. Can't remember when we started working normal food or baby food into her diet. I want to say it was like 3 months. But I think it's also too, my wife is not, we're not short people, so my wife is definitely taller for a lady. Yeah. Yeah, she's moved past the mush. We still have to feed her baby food because, you know, she's not the most efficient eater of chunks, but she gets her little finger chunks that she gets to eat too. And she's very resilient to being fed. She's like, I can do it myself. Get that spoon away from me. I'm like, baby, half your food ends up on the floor for Sadie. You're not good enough yet, alright, kid? Slow down. I think that might be ready for the first pass over with the brush. I've just added more kind of wrinkles and lines, deeper and more than I want in the final look. And then you'll see here, we're gonna bring it all together. Hobbits for parents. It's alright. Being tall is overrated, right? I don't know, we might use this. This is an acid brush, a really rough bristled brush. This is isopropyl alcohol, 99.9%. You can use a lot of solvents though for this same job here. I'm gonna start off with a soft brush. And we're just going to brush with the grain or with the flow of our detail. The alcohol kind of melts the clay a little bit. And then by brushing over, we're kind of like rounding things off and smoothing things out. This also will remove fingerprints and those little bits of clay that kind of hang out on the surface. Kind of melts and removes those. So the more you brush and apply it, the more faded your detail will get. So you just gotta kind of keep brushing until you get your desired look. And if you go too far, you can always just add more back in. I usually do this in phases, so we do kind of like a rough line work over everything. Then we brush it down, and then we will go back in with even smaller lines and then lightly brush again. You kind of see it all kind of blending together, coming together real nice. You guys can really see kind of like how quick things go at the beginning, but then it really starts to slow down. It's really the time is in the details, the texture, the fine tuning. So you can sketch ideas out fairly quickly with clay, which is something I do for my client work. I'll sketch stuff out. I'll build the frame for the piece, and then I'll just loosely throw clay around until we have the whole character fleshed out. It just gives us a good like picture or idea of what the finished piece will look like. And then at that point, if they want to make any changes to the piece, they can, that's the time to tell me, kind of thing. Oh no, yeah, dogs love it. They love having a baby after they discovered the benefit of the. I don't know how do people do that without dogs. She makes such a mess, you just brush it all onto the floor, and the dogs clean it all up. You know, you'd have to pick it all up, I guess. They play their role. My dog is picky. Oh, bummer. That's been pretty nice, to be honest. Having her experience things for the first time, and the thing is, if you think about it, we don't remember ourselves experiencing those for the first time. So you almost get to really experience it for the first time through your kids. You know, I don't remember what it was like for the first time to taste like chicken or anything like that. You know, so it's almost like our first time too. I can't wait to like watch like Lord of the Rings for the first time again and all that stuff. Pretty exciting stuff. A little bit more texture right here. All right. All right, now we're gonna go back in. We're gonna go over the skin again. Add in more layers to our detail. There we go, good closer shot so you guys can see where we're at so far. Nice tongue texture, that worked out pretty good. He needs a little bump or something right down his lip. Little beauty mark. Gonna lightly hold the tool like this, and we're just gonna create really fine lines. A lot of skin texture is really just kind of like a bunch of squiggly X's. Mix in a couple little pores and stuff like that. Oh, we're giving it away tonight. At the end of my segment here, we're gonna pick a random person in the chat. You gotta type in hashtag R something something. I'll get it before the end of the stream, I think. RVE, thank you. little taste of Cnotbusch memory right there. Third time's the charm. And it will be unpainted. It'll be finished off. Probably won't get it done tonight, but I will finish the rest of it, bake it, and I will leave it unpainted, and the person that takes it home gets to paint it. Let's actually let's flesh in the hat now. We're definitely not done texturing and detailing the face, but I want to get the character developed before I run out of time. At least you guys can see a vision of the end result. Let's make his funny hat now. Could just leave it as a chunk of tinfoil, but nah. We will finish it. Okay, just gonna kind of cover everything with a nice layer of clay. I get get dark crystal vibes from this character. Could totally see this character in that movie. It's Olgra's boyfriend. No, the glue here, yeah, this doesn't really dry. It's the same, so this is the same composition as the clay, It's just in like liquid. It's like glue liquid format. So when you heat that up, it actually cures. It turns into it cures into a solid polymer. So it makes things stick real nice in the sculpting phase, and then when it's baked, it's kind of like locked in. I just got another Brian Freud book gifted to me by Miss Colleen. She sent me the Trolls book. Maybe that's why it's floating around in my subconscious. I have the Giants book and the Trolls book now. I love that kind of stuff. Taking notes. Alright, good. There'll be a quiz. There'll be a quiz at the end. You have to answer. If you get selected to be the winner, you have to answer 5 questions, very specific questions about things I talked about tonight. Otherwise, if you don't answer all correctly, you lose. You lose, and we give it to Justin. Just kidding. Just kidding. Let's see here. Add like little flaps down to the side here. Going into his hair. A bunch of his books too. Yeah. I have a nice fantasy book collection going. It's all part of a greater plan to make sure my daughter grows up and becomes a fantasy nerd, you know. Just gonna strategically lay a bunch of real interesting fantasy books all around the house and tell her she can't look at those. That should do it. You can't open those books. Those are forbidden. That'll get her. Keep the workshop off limits, you know. You're not allowed to do any clay sculpting. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to be clever. This little monsters. It's the only thing we got. Patience and cleverness over them. Gotta use those tools. Alright. Get a nice little stitching detail on there. Holding that hat together. Alright, let's do the good old seam line here. Right up the middle. Alright, let's add a little couple wrinkles in the hat here. Mm-hmm. Wisdom. Developing some of these wrinkles here. We are listening to Mr. This is a indie fantasy music composer. His name is Adrian von Ziegler. It's all his stuff. It's a little bit different play. We listen to this kind of stuff on my stream too. Some Adrian von Ziegler, a lot of game soundtracks, stuff like that. So. Oh, definitely. Yeah, music's a powerful tool. Gotta use it. Gotta use that tool. I mean, sometimes I like kind of like doing some focused work with nothing going on, but most of the time I always got music going. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff I really like to listen to when I'm sculpting. A lot of non-vocal stuff, you know. A little bit of vocal music, but mostly stuff like this. No, I just use the Sculpey Bacon Bond. The clay I use is made by Monster Makers. It's a here, let me find a box here. You can look it up. There we are. Cast clay, a fantastic flexible plastic, sculpting plastic. We're using the gray, the sculpt line, medium gray. You actually see one of my, if you buy some of this, you'll see one of my sculptures on the back of the box. So the Cnotbusch clay. But it's made by the same guy who developed Monster Clay, which most of us have heard of Monster Clay. He busted into the polymer clay industry with this new material. It's a polymer clay, but it's the flex. It's really the flexibility that makes it special. Oh, look at me! I just drifted to the bottom. Sometimes you do that. You just kind of like drift from one part to the other. Let's sketch in some of the hair so we can get a good idea. Set that down. Fancy little beard thing. Yeah, I will remove it from the wood and we'll do like a form-fitted little backer onto it. So, yeah, I'll show you what that looks like here. Like this piece right here. And then on the back side, I'll make a nice wooden piece with my logo, place to hang it. And I'll assemble it all, so when you get it, it'll look just like that, but it'll be gray, it'll be unpainted. And you guys can, whoever takes it home can give it the color. That'll be fun. I hope whoever gets this, paint it up and then make sure you share it if you want. No pressure. It'd be the first time someone's painted my work other than myself or my wife. My wife helps me with painting, so I've been wanting to come out with some sculpts that I made specifically for molding, casting, and for people to kind of like a model kit, or a garage kit. You get painted themselves. Perhaps in the future. I got to the point where there's just so much I want to do, but there's only so much time in the day, so Cnotbusch, yeah, Cnotbusch. Hey, it's my channel. We'll actually be doing another piece like this. If you guys tune in on next Friday, we'll be doing. I do a monthly giveaway on my channel, so I have to make something else. It'll be fun. Hey, thanks. Thanks for the follow. Tomorrow is Dragon Day. I would not be able to do it justice. No pressure. Just try your best. That's all I ask. You can do it. Gotta have confidence. You can always remove paint. Yeah. I've been wanting to do some collab stuff like that, to be honest. Because, you know, there's a lot of awesome painters in the creative community. Get them to make something special and send it out and have them paint it. Definitely something we've thought about. Eventually will probably happen. Right. I'm glad you're enjoying the process. I feel like he needs something like a, you know, like one of those bells or something hanging from the end of his hat here. You know. You know nothing, Jon Snow. Some sort of little element up there. bell or something. Yeah, probably. Probably. We don't need to deal with that right now, though. Let future Cnotbusch figure that one. Alright, now we're going to take... so we kind of roughed out the wrinkles here in the hat. What we're going to do is we're going to take our acid brush and we're going to bring it all together. Bring it home. That's a nice texture on there. I don't know why it's called an acid brush. These are the brushes you usually buy when you're brushing on glue. They're just called acid brushes. It costs like 80 cents. It's really rough bristled. They're designed to be kind of like throwaway brushes for glues. See, my dad is a certified plumber, so there's a lot of tools and things I use that stem from growing up around that kind of work. This is one of them. These brushes he uses all the time for gluing PVC pipes together. Another one would be steel stick. I use this material called steel stick. It's made by JB Weld. It's a really fast curing epoxy putty. Usually used for quick fixing a leaking pipe or something like that. Kind of an all-purpose material. You can see where we can add some more wrinkle here. Yeah, this is actually I usually make my weapons out of JB Weld. This is a sword here made out of that material. Working on this on Friday. I usually use it as the base for my weapons, so this still needs to be sanded out good, but oh yeah. That's for our paladin character back there. Yeah, that's right. Okay. See a little bit of wrinkle action we can add in here. Oh, really? Oh, that makes sense. I mean, when I apply the alcohol, it's pretty much the same thing happening there, so still. Don't tell me. Like a tiny weapons for the child, yeah. Weapon sculpting, man. It took me a while to kind of develop a technique for that. It's definitely one of the bigger challenges in doing wings and all that kind of stuff. JB Weld has answered a lot of those problems for me. Good old JB Weld. Yes. He needs a name, and yeah, what is he looking at? Let you guys figure that part out. I don't do that stuff. Sometimes I do a little story. Gonna have little stitches up here, I think. Could do a little bit of that stitching detail to show you guys kind of how that will look. Zion Stargazer. That's pretty good. Maybe his name is Justin and he's looking at himself in the mirror. Justin looking at Justin. It's like, man, look at how nice I look. My new hairdo. Got this new fancy hat in town. Zion Stargazer. That's definitely along the right lines, I think. I'm bad at naming my characters. I have to work on that. It's something I definitely need to practice more. Alright, let's see, let's do... Looking through your telescope. Oh, I'm gonna have fun getting really deep into the details on this one. Now that I know somebody else is gonna be painting it, I have to really push. All right, so we're gonna use this is the oh, I know. Let me find this one right here. This is the firmer version of that clay. It's really hard, really not squishy. It's squishy, but you have to really use a lot of force to move it. So I always use this for like rivets and pieces of string and stuff like that. So roll this out a nice little piece of string. Maybe you tell stories about the stars. Spends his days gazing on the... He comes from a land that only sees nighttime. He spends all day, every day, stargazing. Then goes on trips around the world to share what the stars have told him. Alright. we go. To just, this is better if we set this down here. Need both hands. He wears pajamas but never sleeps. Oh, jeez. Still listening. Hey. Bibbly Bob. Glad you like it. There we go, just like that. Nice little stitching detail on there. Hey Chris, how did I not know you were going to stream on Reaper's stream today? I'm lost. I failed you, Bandito. I failed to inform you. I shouted it out a few times. You just must have not been around when I did the shoutouts. I've actually absorbed all of Reaper. This is now Cnotbusch Con. Just kidding. They've absorbed me for this evening. Hope you've been having a good weekend there, Bandito. Their trim there. Perhaps he should have some some sort of stargazing things on his hat or something. I don't know. Little patches or something. Add in some stitches here. Yeah, tabletop. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Come on in. Made it. This is ReaperCon. Hosting yours truly, Cnotbusch here. On here sculpting this piece. If you're coming in and you haven't done it already, type in hashtag something to get in on this giveaway. We're giving this piece away. Hashtag RVE. All right, maybe I won't get it before the end of today. I just like making everybody face palm. That's all. It's all an elaborate ploy. Hashtag RVE. This piece I'll be finishing it up. I will ship it to you if you win, and it will be unpainted, so you can paint it yourself. Paint your own sculpture. Get out of here. I'll remember tomorrow. Probably. Alright. That nice little beard line there. Could even add a little 5 o'clock shadow in this area here. I was imagining like some sort of like almost like little scaly spots. Let's see here. Give you guys a opportunity for some sort of color variation there. Don't forget to enter the giveaway using hashtag RVE. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Don't miss out on a unique chance to take home a original sculpture to paint. You're only allowed to use Reaper paints when you paint this, okay? That's the rules. And a 2-inch paintbrush. Those are the fine print stipulations there. Just kidding. You can use whatever you want. Beautiful little lizard man freckles. Lizard man freckles. This let's have a. Let's see. Let's do. Oop. Stick it. There we go. Like so. Take this here. Little, little gemstone or something. It's the point in the project where I start to create little stuff like this to give opportunities for color changes, or kind of like accent colors. We got about we got about 6 minutes left, I think. 5 or 6 minutes. So, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's good. We got probably about as far as I expected. Only thing really left to do is the fine cleanup and texturing and detailing and adding little things like this. Sculpt a bell or something on the end of his hat there. Bring out the textures more, like on the hair and stuff like that. That's where we dive real deep into refining, layers of refinement. Could even put like a little rune on that thing in the middle there. Pulling it in 1 minute. All right. 1 minute, ladies and gentlemen. Hashtag RVE if you have not done it already. Enter in for a chance to win this piece here. Finished, of course. I'll actually finish it. Star-shaped bell for the hat, something like that. Yeah, we'll add that. I'm not going to get into that right now, but we'll definitely add that. That's something that I'll probably end up finishing it, baking it, and then adding the bell in a separate sculpting layer. Just make life a lot easier doing it that way. Yeah, it looks better there. Yeah, okay, so let's get a little star symbol here. Magical rune on his hat. Few more minutes if I want to do some last minute shout outs. I don't know. If shout out to my co-streamer Miss Sadie here. She did an excellent job, working real hard, busting her butt, keeping us all entertained, and she's just the hardest worker over here at Cnotbusch Industries. So shout out to Reaper Miniatures. Thank you guys so much for inviting me and being such a influential and supportive force in the creative community. I think I speak for everybody when I say that it's a very nice thing that Reaper decided to join the Twitch game. So join the right side of the force here, over in the creative section. So yeah, Sadie's the best. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you everybody in chat for joining. I know there's not much time left in the ReaperCon, but it was good. I'm glad I got in. I was supposed to actually join last year too, but I was a derp, and I thought it was a physical event, so I was like, nah, I can't make it. I'm sorry, I can't make it. So we got it straightened out this year. I can't believe it. It's been a year since that point. It's crazy how time moves. But anyways, yes, thank you all for having me. I appreciate it. I'm guessing we're wrapping things up now. So, oh hey, there we go. Our winner, Grumble Drum. Congratulations. I will finish up your piece here, and you will have the luxury of being able to bring it to life with color. I'm very excited. Okay, I can just hit the end stream button like I normally do. Got it. I'll give you guys a final look here at the piece we made today. And if you enjoyed your time here, come follow my channel. Come stop by, say hey. And we do stuff like this all week, every week, 5 days a week. So I stream 2 different time zones. So hopefully we'll see you then. Cnotbusch on Twitch. That's right. That's it. So let's see here. All right, everybody. Bye bye. Have a good one.